Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Call Miles on speakerphone. Hey Siri. Call Miles on speakerphone.
Did you mean Marcos?
No.
Okay, I won't. Who would you like to call?
Mile, Baltimore, speakerphone.
Calling Mile Baltimore on speaker.
This one runs on Moses and Mike. Hey, you're live on your channel if you care. I don't expect you to be, you can sleep if you need to, right? Just let you know, we're just going live right now. We're going to do a little earthquake, a little volcanoes. We've got a lot of them erupting. They can hear me, and I got some news pulled up as well. And I would like to hit that laser story as well, okay? I did cover it, but it was a solo. So hey, just letting you know, I think I got your thing going. We'll see if anyone steps up and says howdy. God bless, boy. Alright, James Kaufman, I know you can hear me. Come on, in my studio. No matter whatever happens, y'all know I had one of the coolest studios ever was. Can I get a 5x5 from anybody? Got a good show for you tonight, for sure. We got, just like I said, there'll be volcanoes erupting. We'll wait a day for earthquakes, and maybe a day for solar weather. Alright, hey Ian, okay, God bless you, sir. Hey guys, James Kaufman, World News Report today. I want to make sure that my buddy's channel is working. Bring it up to live here. I don't really know. He can probably do it better than me.
Butter's bad reputation started with a famous study from the 1950s, which found that eating too much butter
I'm going to turn this down.
to develop.
Dad is 87 and has Alzheimer's. The disease was progressing very fast.
Let me just get the volume turned down here. There. And then we'll let them deal with it themselves. Alright. I told y'all tonight would be the beginning of a planetary alignment. Right? Well, we've got a lot of volcanoes that are blowing up on us. I told y'all November 19th, 20th, and 21st into the 22nd. It's going to be an incredible lineup like I've never seen before. Earth here, the moon here, Mercury here, Uranus directly behind us, Jupiter right to the right, the gas giants, Saturn the gas giants, Neptune the gas giants, Eris. Oh God, this is crazy. And Venus is almost directly opposing. You'll never see this lineup again. If it doesn't pop now, it's not going to pop for a while, okay? This is the first time I've ever seen. Look at Sirius. So the pink, that means there's a geomagnetic connection between Earth and all this. Eris, Sirius, Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, Uranus, and Jupiter. So first of my watch days, and what did I do? I turned on, and I saw that we've had some huge explosion at Mount Semeru. The exact day I said that we should look for first in Jakarta, volcanic explosions, solar activity, and then about 2 or 3 days later, earthquake activity. Although that could hit as early as tomorrow, because we had all that solar weather that charged the plates up. Now we have a geomagnetic connection. So my dad too, Melanie Fisher. Hey, it's so great to see you, Melanie. I remember you from way back when. My dad too. I cut my lip because my father fell tonight. He's 80, and he's not in bad shape really, but I was shaving and he yelled for me, and I cut the top of my lip off trying to get to him so quickly. It was sad. It bled for 3 or 4 hours. I've just gotten that to stop over the last few minutes. Isn't that crazy? Guess how you get that to stop? Does anyone know but me? How do you get something that won't stop bleeding to stop bleeding? What you do is you put deodorant on it. In this case, I used my mom's deodorant because I shave my arms and legs. I shouldn't tell you all that. I'm a man's man, trust me, man. But I do shave my shit. I don't like that stank. So I use my mom's deodorant, and as long as you keep that deodorant on, whatever cut you've got, doesn't matter how deep it is. Of course, tape is and super glue works great. My ex roommate, while I was in law school, he was in clinicals at in New Orleans at the real tough hospital. And I used to get in fights. He used to pull it together instead of stitch me up. We'd glue it and shit and tape it. We did some great work. You can't even tell I've been hit in the face. I mean, we did some great work, I won't lie. Right? Alright, so I totally nailed this. I don't know how long it's been since it's actually been off. But this was a huge, huge eruption. It rose 7 kilometers, 4.3 miles down the slopes. And I guess there's probably some people that are going to be in big trouble here. So I call this 300 residents probably gone. We won't go into that. Look at this. Is there another one? Is there 2 more? Let's see. Related stories. I told y'all with all. What's the date here? Wow, that's the 15th. That's a little bit not associated with what situation we're in. That is the same volcano actually right there. Starlight volcano, and they call it something else up here. Well, let's make sure it's the same damn picture. Same damn picture they're using. It's the 19th. Look at this, Jakarta, and that's the same volcano. They gave it a different name. I just couldn't believe to wake up and see these big volcanoes all popping off. Exactly what I told you. They would pop off, right? But hey, it's not my work. It's RCA, Radio Corporation of America. They did the work. I just can read. Right? That's it. I can just read. No, ma'am. I don't think it could be. I'm not saying no. Tell your dad, Melanie Fisher, shout out. Good to see you guys. Lots of love to him. Lots of love to him. Mike's over on Rumble. He'll be throttling back and forth from here to Rumble. If you want to join him on Rumble, please go give us a thumbs up on Rumble. I will give you all that address right now. Go over and thumbs us up. At least give us a commercial or something on Rumble. We're going to go over all the volcanoes today that are going off right now. And then after that, we're going to actually get into some more stuff. I just wanted to show y'all that we nailed it, right? We nailed it. Look, 178 people stranded. You know what stranded means, right? Starts with a D-E-A-D and ends with a D. 137 climbers, 15 reported, 7 guides, 6 tourists. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. This came out of nowhere. A 12,060-foot mountain. It came out of nowhere. I could have told them, look at your planetary alignments. Don't climb today. All right, let's take a look. I don't even think this will show up yet because it just popped up. This is all the volcanoes according to volcanodiscovery.denmark. I'm going to count them. I want you guys to go ahead and guess. We're not giving away a silver bar yet. I will say that we are giving away a silver bar when we reach 100 subscribers. A silver bar. Probably worth $75, $80 plus mailing, another $20. But I'm just saying we're giving away a silver bar and then some smaller silver pieces, pure silver at 0.999. When we reach 100,000, and we've been doing about 1,000 a month, so that should happen hopefully within the next couple months, unless I get in trouble again. And God knows I get in trouble a lot, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead and count this. Of course, this is not official numbers. This is per volcanodiscovery.denmark. I see a lot more volcanoes than I usually see here. Our record ever is 89. Our lowest ever in the last 2 years is 38. That's how much difference there is. By tomorrow, this thing's going to be even more lit up, okay? That's already 2, 3, 4, 5. Unbelievable. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. We've never been at 41 here. Whew, it's tough to get all these. All right. 42, 3. Remember 41 because we have to start over. 42, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 48, 49, 50. 51, 2, 3. 54, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my best guess is going to be 85 volcanoes erupting. It's a guess. If y'all can count them better, let me know. 85 volcanoes erupting. Hey, what you say, Martin? Good to see you. We're live every night. You look new to the channel, so that's what I tell you. Lots of love out there to all the new folks and the old folks. Hey, Mark, I appreciate you joining Rumble. You're our only subscriber to Rumble right now. We love Mark a lot. He's a super cool guy. Super cool guy. Hey, Miss Lois. How are you? Without the moon, there would be no atmosphere on Earth. Without volcanoes, which is what the trees breathe, made the Earth so docile. Without the moon in place, which I believe is artificial, Earth would be a bumpy ride. A very bumpy ride. A very, very bumpy ride. Guys, I don't know if they're going to have to throw anything at Atlas or not, but you can't trust NASA, okay? Some guy actually came on my show today. I'm the guy that showed y'all the mouse on the first I know all my, like, Lois knows, everybody. I showed y'all 21 videos of what's called augmented virtual reality, where they mess up and they grab something and it appears. Got struck. Now, believe it or not, guess who got struck by NASA today? Unbelievable. Roger from Mud Fossil. He got struck by NASA. I didn't think you could get struck by NASA unless you were named James Kaufman. I got struck by NASA for showing y'all at 27,000 miles an hour going through the atmosphere, their boots weren't even vibrating. Not even vibrating. And they just, to get back on YouTube after YouTube kicked me out for 9.5 months. Okay? Get with a program. We're on total shadow ban. I'm surprised you could even find us. They won't let me get to 100,000 because I would cherish that fucking plaque. And I'm giving away a big bar of precious metals just to piss them off. Hey, you know what? I got 50,000 subscribers in my first 6 months of this. I've been at it for almost coming up on 5 years. And the next 45,000 came over some bitch with a fucking nose ring and green hair's ass, okay? She hates me. I got a manager that I've never met. She's never taken my call, never taken my email. When you get 50,000 subscribers, then you're screwed. Totally screwed. And hey, unless you're one of them, right? And then they'll bump you up like they did Burns up to 500,000 in 2 weeks, right? It's just dependent. Are you a, disenfranchised loser? Or are you somebody that made a living, created 3,000 or 4,000 full-time jobs for people in 40 years and paid, several $1 million in taxes? If you're B, they're going to fight you tooth and nail, kick you off their little platform. And unless you're an attorney like me, you'll never get back on. Now, I know that they let a lot of people on recently. The squeaky wheel gets oiled first, right? If you only knew it. And then you guys have the audacity not to buy me a cup of coffee. Alright, we're going to kind of go through this real quick. There's not a lot. We got a 5-0 here. This is called the Peruvian-Chilean wedge here. I do see a lot of awakening volcanoes on this wedge, and we've been waiting for that. Down here at the South Sandwich Island region, we're in full eruption. We also have magma movement under that. There's a habitable island right here. This is the closest tip. This is the most dangerous part of the ocean in the world, I guess. Real quick, the Aleutian Islands are really, really going off here. The Hawaiian Islands, I believe it's only Kilauea and not Mauna Loa. We've seen them both erupt. This is going to be Home Reef, and I guess if we zoom in, this is going to also be Tofu. White Island's not going off, but I bet you the White Island over here is, look, Wales, and White Island. And White Island. Look down here. James, White Island volcano, Antarctica. They're spitting $6 million worth of gold every day. Erebus. Why do you think they really have this all sectioned off and you can't see it? They're mining all around this shit, of course. Doesn't take a genius to figure it out. So, Iceland's really docile with 2 awakening volcanoes. This is the Azores Islands, part of Portugal. This is Palma, Cape Verde, awakening. And then around Italy, it's awakening. Remember, I am a believer in Christianity and the Bible. The Bible, to me, reads like a textbook a history book of what's already happened. And I told y'all that we'd start to see, and I'm going to show y'all tonight again, we'd start to see, and we've never seen one single earthquake in the Aegean Sea till, about a month or two ago. And now, as Egypt gets surrounded by the 7 armies, the 7 horns, right? You're seeing all of this action. And what does the Bible say? It says, run to the highest mountain, run to your rooftops, don't turn around to get your coat. I've got so many, different things that talks about the tsunami caused by the, and then they say, earth goes up in a sackcloth. Help me, guys. Is it sackcloth? Black. That is the either volcanic eruption and earthquake, or probably just a big earthquake and tsunami. That wave's going to be over 150 foot. It's going to wipe out everything that was surrounding and coming after Israel. Israel will be ruined. Damascus is being ruined right now. Everything's falling in place exactly like it should. If y'all are biblical, if y'all are Christians, exactly like it should. I wanted to show y'all, Ethiopia even started lighting up. Look at this. This is all new stuff here. So we're probably above, probably up to the top, 58. I think we got 55. I'm having some hard time counting around here. You guys know I'm left with one eye after their attack on me. I know a lot of you people think that I'm kidding, but actually I have another surgery coming up. Alright, so from Mexico City down, we've got nothing but volcanoes erupting. We've got one over here, and look at what that is. It's Pele, and there's an old saying, gosh, y'all can help me. Who was the prophet? William Casey, I believe. Is it Casey? Yes, it's Casey. He says, when Pele's not going off, it's just awakened. That means it's close. And Etna, which is going to be right. Hold on, I'll get it. We'll zoom in. Oh, that's funny. Because it's up here, huh? There, Etna. When Pele and Etna, there's 2 volcanoes here, Pele and Etna, go off together, you'll have less than 90 days, and Etna is, of course, already going off, before you lose the west coast of the U.S. That's basically meaning before you have a tsunami on the west coast caused by the Cascadia subduction zone. Now, Mr. B&B showed something yesterday, and he fucked it up big time. I'm going to tell y'all, because I'm a little bit smarter than the rest of the kids here, they all started doing this. That's their living. I'm a Mensa genius. I had a full scholarship to law school. I made several $1 million a year in oil and gas law. I own over 250 wells right now, okay? That's why I do this. I was going to teach school. I got kicked out for telling a Hillary Clinton joke, okay? Enough said. Mr. B&B is making y'all look at his seismogram up there. What if I told you that they're blasting right there? They're blasting, and what he's seeing there is the blasting from a pit. I did extreme investigations, and you guys know I'm always right, okay? And he probably doesn't have a high school degree, although I like Mr. Bradbury. He's way into a good living. He's been on YouTube since 2007. What he did miss was that they're blasting right on top of his, how do you call it? I don't want to laugh anymore. I laughed by myself most of the day when I figured out what was happening. So they're doing blasting, and a lot of times they do blasting to release pressure in Yellowstone. especially towards the northwest. Most of these channels only listen to me, figure out what's going on, because I read all the articles and do all the work. A lot of them, well, parlay it, right, into a good time. Well, Mr. Bradbury didn't check on the blasting, and there's blasting going on right below his sensor. It's silly. There was a blast yesterday, the day before. He goes, something is really crazy going on the western flank of Mount Rainier. I was like, okay, let me go. I mean, I'm believing him at this point, right? Because I like to watch him. I won't lie. And I went over there. He's pretty much always wrong. But I went over there, and I'll show you all the blasting. I started laughing so hard, I could hardly pull myself back up in the chair, okay? And that sad. Y'all all want Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier would be showing signs within Mount Rainier. Mount St. Helens would show signs first. Mount Adams, Mount Hood, you'd see stuff happening on the Cascades, on the Juan de Fuca. What he got was 3 blasts that they did. I pulled the permits today. I was on the fucking ground laughing. I don't care if y'all believe me or not. Some guy today that does not realize, he says, you believe in NASA? That's all I need. No, I'm the guy that found the mouse on the SpaceX rocket. I'm the guy that turned in the augmented virtual reality contracts that are more than the rocket contracts. I'm the guy that had 22 instances of things appearing in front of them on the screen, virtual augmented reality, and was demonetized, and all my shit was taken away by YouTube. I'm that guy, okay? I'm that guy. You can call me that guy all you want to. I'll be him. Alright, I want to show y'all. Look, what did I tell y'all? Alright, is this weird? Quebec, you know what? It's a salt mine. I can tell you what everything is. This is a salt mine right here. Right there is a salt mine, okay? Y'all tell me what something is. Fracking. Kansas fracking right there. Over here, you got some volcanic activity starting up. I'll show you the volcanic islands that I already did. That's 2 volcanoes there. That's a volcano there. We'll look at the PM 2.5. And then look, this is the only place in North America where the San Andreas does not stops there and doesn't connect to down there. That's the North American Pacific Plate boundary. It's got to connect, so you're going to see a lot of activity right there in this area through here, right? I'm sure that was one of ours. Mike X-ray, they took my eye. Same deal. We'll pull it up though in a second. Mike, remind me of that in just a second if you could, but love you. Alright, I see nothing that bothers me on, this is the Juan de Fuca plate being pushed under the North American plate, which is causing magma to rise to the surface of, all the Cascades, which are basically, well, we've got 5 or 6 of them, but the main ones are Rainier. I think that St. Helens will go first, Hood, Adams, etc. And then this is Yellowstone over here. We had some stuff happening in Yellowstone, but what Michael Bradbury found, Mr. MB&B, he found blasting. If he just would have done his homework a little bit more, he wouldn't wake up and I know he's going to see this because him and Dabu, they watch my show religiously so they can figure out what they're going to talk about, okay? If y'all don't believe me, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I used to live in El Salvador and Mexico City and San Luis Potosí, and I know the culture and I know what you're dealing with. I did, in fact, see spaceships or rods or space things going in and out of the mountain. It would take me an hour to drive down from the Cuernavaca to Mexico City every day to run my one errand at the courthouse. And I did, in fact, see at least 100 spaceships go into Papatelli. Is that what you call it? Is it Papatelli? Every day I did. I wish I could, man. I wish I could even give it justice. I wish I could. I did see them. The only other one I've seen is off the coast of Florida here. A silver ball moving at about 3,000 miles an hour. I pulled over. It was 4 in the morning. I was going to work, and I pulled over and it disappeared. So this is big problems up here. This is big problems. I see nothing, no problems here. Have you ever heard of the craters of the moon? That's the craters of the moon there. This is called the, what do I call it? I have my own name for everything, right? My own name for everything. I can't spend too much time here because I got a lot to show you guys tonight. There's a much bigger swarm than this over Alaska. We've got what we call, these are not in the Aleutian Islands. 1, 2, 3, that 4 and 5 there, that could be Mount Spur. Hold on. If it's Mount Spur, well, it's not. So Spur and Hayes have gone off 3 times in 30 years, and Hayes is, well, supposedly aliens, right? Pat Price lost his life giving information up to the CIA about, I guess I lost my eye, right? Same difference. Same difference. Alright, that's a salt mine coming up the river there from the salt mines. They're right here in Ohio. It's easy, easy, easy. Use your head. Almost everything's easy in the world. Then, look, there was never a quake. All my longtime listeners can guarantee you there was never a quake anywhere in Greece or the Aegean Sea ever, 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 ever. Now, I told y'all, once this formed in front of us, except for this little area right here, this entire thing formed since I've had the channel about 4.5 years ago. I said then the pressure moves into the Aegean Sea, and that's when we're going to see the tidal wave and the earthquake that wraps up the seal in the skies. Now, one thing y'all need to know is Cyprus is owned by the CIA. The entire half of it's owned by the CIA, half of it's owned by the UK. There's a UK Air Force base there. All of CIA's servers are on Cyprus, on the island of Cyprus. A lot of the servers, they're running a lot of the, y'all think y'all are going to investing.com and they're not running it. They're running all of that. I was able to trace all those servers back to the little island of Cyprus. Y'all can own it. Own it, folks. Own it. Love you, Larry. Good to see you. I'm killing it as usual. I have to kill it. Have to kill it. If not me, then who? No one else knows. Alright, remember, we call this the biggest volcano, although it's a mud volcano. It's called, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it, Xinjiang, right? Biggest mud volcano and volcano in the world. Only the Himalayas could stop the mud flow, and it actually built Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, and all of Indonesia and Malaysia here. It built it. Its very last eruption here, of course, the Himalayas, the highest mountain ridge in the world, stopped it. This is kind of weird. A 4.3 in India. Kind of weird, I'd say. Look at that depth. That is kind of weird and scary. They've been pretty much blessed. Although it's the dirtiest country in the world. I want y'all to see this hard white line here. See this hard white line here? The way China made their last boundary was based on, can we say Xinjiang? Would that be okay with you guys? Xinjiang's last eruption that hit Afghanistan, hit Iran, hit Tehran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Mongolia, Kyrgyzstan. Look at it. It wiped everything out. But look at the hard white line. It quit flowing, and all this has been regreened. So you know it's been 10,000 years or longer, regreened. That's kind of the number you're looking for. So what China did is they picked the last eruption, and that's the hard white line here. These are all provinces of China. And here is Hong Kong is bringing out in Hong Kong right here. Most of y'all don't know what the fuck you're doing. And then, actually, going a little bit further for, wow, give me a hard time here. Shanghai right here. Look how big Shanghai is. You heard Hong Kong was the biggest city in the world. Then you look at Shanghai, you're like, huh? And here is Hong Kong. This is all Hong Kong, really. The Chinese have built 5 different nuclear, not reactors, but nuclear plants with several reactors in between Hong Kong and Shanghai. And of course, what we thought were the smartest people on Earth, they have 1 volcanic ridge, 2 volcanic ridges, 3 volcanic ridges, all going into Japan. They've built another 20. The rods are still falling. They've closed the plant down, the city down, and it took us, my subscribers know this, it's also a province. And the only way they get around it is there's one road up by the coast here that's still open, and then they've actually started to occupy this area, and they built some nuclear reactors up here and Sapporo up here, and then look, we have 2 volcanoes awakening, and this swarm happening right where they built the nuclear reactors. Japan, nuclear energy is not clean energy. Remember, every dot you see here is a seamount, better known as a, volcano. Let me read your stuff. The current largest mountain range actually runs from Russia to here. This is it right here. That's the longest mountain range. You want to bet? What'd you say? I didn't even read you. This is it right here. This is the longest mountain range in the world right here. It runs from the peninsula. I watched a 4-hour series on it yesterday. So, I bet you know a lot, right? This is it right here, and it ends in Kilauea and Mauna Loa. And that is the longest mountain range that we have on the planet Earth. Period. Now, y'all don't know this. This is called the North American, even though there's a plate boundary here. Pacific plate boundary, Eurasia plate, Indonesia plate. And what there is there's more pressure. They're all pushing together here. But look, there's no plate that comes together there or there near. That's going to be Yokohama. I used to have Yokohama tires, one of my sports cars. That's how I know it. I mean, but see the black part here? That's no plate. See the black part here? That's no plate. And it goes, it should go into Yokohama. There it is right there. Yokohama. Sweetie, Rumble did $100 million investment today. They got $100 million today. They're renting servers from Jeff Bezos right now. They only have 1 or 2 servers. If they won't even let me have 5 lives, I have to erase other lives to do lives. I've already talked to them. They're in Keylog. I asked to go work for them. I was going to help them do advertising and show them how to scale a business, because that's what I'm professional at. We'll scale this one. It's all right. But let me tell you, they got $100 million, and that's not a lot of money. Hopefully, they don't spend it on renting more servers from Jeff Bezos. They buy their own servers, and they need to get an advertising crew ready. You hit up every single company that's advertising on YouTube. That's your playlist, right? If I was their advertising executive, I'd be whipping those fuckers into shape, and we'd give them a much better deal per 1,000. See, I happen to know what the per 1,000. Does anyone but me know what the per 1,000 deal is on YouTube? I do. I'm not going to tell y'all, but they have a price for 500, 1,000, and 1,500 views, and they call them. It's not the same viewer twice, and they have algorithms. I don't realize this. I know how old. And yes, we are breaking. Miss Ma'am. Hopefully you weren't really born in 2008, because that means you are a puppy. A puppy. I was 20 years out of law school at that point. Alright, we see a big amount of magma movement up on the peninsula there in Russia, the Aleutian Islands. I want to bring this over. That's fracking. This is a problem here. This is something that we're about to wake up to here. This is all pretty normal through here. That's normal there. That's normal there. Everything here you see is totally normal. We're seeing more activity here in the Peruvian-Chilean wedge than we ever have, with all these awakening volcanoes here. And we saw South Sandwich awakening there. And then New Zealand. Do y'all know what Zealandia is? That's this continent here. You can see it. That's rising out of the ocean. They call it the 8th continent. Zealandia is actually called the 8th continent. And New Zealand has put it in a land grab for everything in light blue to be their continental shelf. That means that they're a continent, which they're not. So they say that they're going to break away from NATO if they don't give them all this property that's 80 times bigger than their little island here. And you have to realize you have New Caledonia, New Caledonia, Fiji, Tonga, and other islands in this chain. So they can't have it all, right? Are we still alive? Y'all tell me. Alright, if y'all enjoy learning the truth, and buy us a cup of coffee, be much appreciated. Much appreciated. I love doing this because I know what's going on. Me and Deutsch had a falling out about 5 years ago. I was supposed to interview him. It's all truth. He did. If y'all like SO worked for the Department of Defense until December of this year. Since 2014, I did a report with all the contacts. E3 Viral Entertainment. He's an attorney. His dad owns a pharmaceutical company. I did everything. He quit it. God. So Deutsch stole that from me, and then I was like, fine, Deutsch. YouTube took them both down. You can steal that from me. Then I started showing Deutsch sense that some of the mountains in California, where the fires were all of them were the bottom of volcanoes. And then we had an interview planned. I've interviewed 100 people, 100 different channels, an interview planned. And he actually was so slimy. He's like 5'2". He's got a little H3 Hummer. He has to climb up in it because he's like 5'3". And he actually brought the information I gave him live. And then he wouldn't take my call. And I didn't realize he had already brought it live. That's what you're dealing with there. He's a slime ball, okay? I don't care what you think. I'm going to tell salt mine right there. A salt mine we saw on the other map. That was picked up by geophones. They didn't share it. And then there was something much larger, magnitude 3.0, over north of Washington. They don't share their info with anyone. And if it's the weekends, well, they go hide on Thursday. They come back on Tuesday. You'll see. I'm all-knowing, unfortunately. I don't want to be. God allows that. God's in charge. You'll figure it out. Look at that real swarm up there by Anchorage. That's going to be Mount Hayes and Mount Spur by Anchorage there. Anchorage is actually, I'm going to bring y'all into Anchorage. Do y'all know that over 60% of the people that live in Alaska live right here in Anchorage? 60%. And that's not the capital. Does anyone know what the capital is? Can anyone name the capital? Can anyone name the capital? Starts with a J. I'll give y'all a little bit of heads up here. Starts with a J. We won't spend too much time on it because y'all could care less, right? Some of my boys are one they would care. We have a great show tonight when we start hitting the X stuff. Can y'all believe Pam Blondie has opened up a new investigation of the Epstein files so that they can't be released? You can't make this shit up. I mean, I walk around with a huge gun, a 45 with 22 rounds of ACP, an F&X, and I really don't walk with this gun, but I walk with a gun all the time. This is really my bedtime gun. I have a Trigicon sight on mine, like this. That's my bedside gun. That's my exact bedside gun, actually. Trigicon sight is a red dot, if you will. It's not really a red dot. It's holographic, so you can look at it from I can look at it from over here, and wherever I can see that dot is where it was going to hit. That's what sits next to me on the bed. I've tried to carry it, but it weighs like 20 pounds filled. It weighs like 20 pounds. I'll show you what I carry if you want me to. It's got a new carry gun. It's badass. Anybody? We're still alive. Let's see if anybody's watching. No views. The best show on fucking network TV. We say, hey, Hexfoos. Hey, Hexfoos. If you want to call me sometime, I want to make you a wrench, but I'd like to talk to you for one moment in person before I make you a wrench, okay? Just FYI. A lot of our wrenches are busy. Dr. Joey's still in the hospital or hurting bad. And, well, Jonah, you got it, girl. Are we lagging that far? Yeah. All you got to do is email me with your cell. Do you live here in the U.S. or is it Canada? I'd like to make you a wrench, but I need to talk to you for 2 seconds beforehand. That's it. But I think you'd make a good wrench. You're always here, always present, right? We need some more wrenches. I love Ohio. Alright. And JD Vance loves Ohio. 4.5, 10 kilometers at default depth. It's right there near the biggest caldera right there in the world. Remember that. Zigzang. I probably mispronounced it. Just wanted to give y'all the USGS, unless it's in the US. Selected you, I'm kidding. I want to show y'all this. 16 earthquakes right there. It doesn't look like 16 earthquakes, but I wanted y'all to see how many earthquakes it really is right there. And what I always tell y'all, it's always going to be the northwest corner that are lowest. Tell them. I always said. So Rainier is right. That's St. Helens. That's Rainier. This is the blasting we see here. There was blasting here and here yesterday. It was blasting on his that's why there was no activity on the cones. I was on the ground laughing last night about 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, God. Talk about selling people short. 18. We're going to zoom in. 18. This is the... I don't like Vivek. Vivek's a good tennis player, and I used to play on the Coca-Cola Tour after I played baseball, semi-professional, professionally, really. I got paid $70,000 a year. That's how I met Dan, playing ball. He pitched, I pitched. That's why when he shot himself in the head, I was not real happy, right? If he just would have called me that day. You know, I offered him to be a partner on my channels, guys. He never could get his channel going, and his girlfriend convinced him I was bad. And all I was doing was giving 50% of everything I'd worked and bled for. And then it worked up to 60, 70, 80%. And he always asked me if he could have another shot, but I could never give him one because, you know what, after you have me go get an attorney, drop the contracts, and then you screw me, well, you get to screw me, but you only get to screw me once. Now tell me, am I crazy? Does this look like a bear with an open mouth and an eye here? And does this look like an eagle with two wings? Eagle with two wings, a bear with an open mouth, both going after each other. Just imagine. Or am I seeing stuff? I mean, I know I'm butt shit crazy, but whoa! Look, the further you go away, look at the beak. See the beak? It's crazy. Look at the bear's mouth open. The bear's mouth open, guys. It's beyond sad for me, Miss Lewis. Alright, this is where we are tonight. I did call this. We did have several eruptions today. At least 2 new eruptions from volcanoes that haven't erupted in 20 years. So I feel pretty good already with the call. I will expect more solar activity. And within the next 3 or 4 days, I can expect a very, very large earthquake. It could be tonight or tomorrow, and it could be a day or 2 away. But by large, I mean above, and this is me, if I'm right again, because I called the last 2 large earthquakes, 3 large earthquakes, I called them down to the fucking day. I'm going to say a 7.5 or bigger. I'm going that far out on a limb to say a 7.5 or bigger by the 25th. A 7.5 or bigger. That gives me 4 or 5 days for that to come true. Thus far, I've never been wrong. I've never lost a court battle either. Not one single case. Not one case. I've never given up. When you give up, you're just mediocre. Alright, we did have an M flare today. It barely hit M territory. I won't even call it an M flare. M 1.225. We're not even going to go over that. Take a look at our sun right here. The reason we're taking a look at it is because of what I see coming around the mountain. And it's going to have to come pretty quick. And really, I need to pull up space weather. Who wants to know about a bet? Because Poly Markets wants me to pull up. Do y'all have a bet on anything? A bet on if the Epstein files will be released? Let's go to Poly Markets. So shields are up. That's a God blessing. Plasma's low. Solar winds are very low. Temperature's very low. So everything looks good here. Everything looks good. Let's go to Poly Markets, guys. What I want to do is find out how complex that sunspot is. It looks pretty complex. And I think I see something about to happen here. So what I do is I hit solar activity, real-time activity, and that's the sunspot I'm talking about, 4286. Remember that name, because I'm hardly ever wrong, okay? And 4287. Now, there's several more that are coming around the limb that will be named tomorrow. But watch these two sunspots here. Gosh, 4287 looks worse. On HMI intensigram. Y'all get ready to rumble, okay? We've got a pure connection. It's a magnetic connection, and it's going to, look at this. And this is all moved quite a bit around, I might say. Did y'all see this bullshit today? I played it. Look. I actually wrote NASA, and they kicked me off their new channel. I opened up a whole new identity. I said, what is that on core? Because core is at 20. Look. What? Once it comes back around. Look. What? This is so stupid. I said, show me a model of how this works on core. Now, core is awesome. Core 1 is awesome. If you want me to show you the real core, not the one they want you to see. Look, first it does a loop-de-de-loop. I guess that's the moon, but it should be so much bigger. Is that Mercury? Or is this Mercury? I know we have Mercury and the moon. God, I wish I would have filmed this. This is epic. This is freaking epic. You can never have anything this good. Ever. No one in NASA can even... They say, you know what they said? We're not quite sure. And then they kicked me out of their Facebook group. Yes, they did. I said, well, show me how the spacecraft moves to make that loop around, and then this dart off at this speed. Well, the moon should just be, it should kind of be slowly, guys, where it should be, it should move very slowly in between 22,000 and 93 million miles away, right? Because it's 230,000 miles away. We shouldn't see this bullshit. Now, we have Mercury there too. This is fucking laughable. They kicked me out of their group. What's this? Okay, I want y'all to see this black thing that is shooting off here. I don't know what it is. Not that one. We're still waiting. Watch this. See it? Ooh. I'll let y'all watch again. If anyone can tell me, is that Mercury? Is that the moon? Why is the moon moving so fast? It can't be moving that fast because it's got to be there for 3 or 4 days. It's got to be there for 3 or 4 days between Earth and the sun. The sun's only represented by this little circle here, right? Right? I mean, I'm asking you guys. You guys are the smart ones, right? Loop-de-de-loop-de-de-loop-de-de-loop. It's just crap. When they kick you out of there, she wants to know, would you take $500,000 or waking up next to her? I'll take the 500 grand quicker than I could spit on you, okay? You could give a lazy eye. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but what is my decision? I want to ask y'all right now, and if you're a girl, you can make the same decision. What's your decision? 500K or her? You don't know what she's like. If this doesn't come out right, nothing will. She put this up here, thinking y'all gonna give up 500. Now maybe there was some kind of billionaire that 500,000 is not worth a lot or something. But why do someone that's fake and hacked her fucking account? $30,000. Now, she ain't getting naked or nothing, but you never guess she was 4'10". We'll just put it like that. I'm really, really mad. That's what I've been doing for the last few days. Yeah. It's not me. She did that. I didn't do that shit. I was just surprised that honestly, I didn't think she looked that bad to start with, okay? Honest to God, I didn't. But obviously, if she feels like she has to do that much to herself to make herself presentable, that's your problem. It's in the psyche and the ego. She doesn't have an ego, so you gotta run like hell. She's gonna take you down with her. You gotta understand. Kind of like that liberal woman last night that said all women are gonna leave their husbands this week because they're gonna see whatever they saw in Donald Trump, and we all hate Trump now. You know what? I'm not happy with Trump. I'm not even kind of happy with Trump. But to try to break up the nuclear family just makes it easier for these pedophiles to squander on us, right? Bad advice, lady. Bad advice. Look, you won't find, look, these are the comments. You won't find another one like me. But wait, they're all the fucking same. They're on their fucking phones. You understand? Everyone's get it. Joke. Show me the money. That's what I say. Show me the money. Not one man picked her. She put that up thinking she was, I'll take the money. I'll take the money, boys. Unless you're taking every single man that got on here took the money. 100% of them, half the mil, 500 of course. Gonna make. She's not gonna be working for you. She's gonna take your little fucking 500,000 from you, you little pussy, and she'll be gone. And there are women worth $500,000, just not because of their looks. It's got to be internal. I'll take the money. I'll take the money. The money, honey, honey. I'll take the money. The money. I'll take the money, honey. You can see where my... Look. So this guy... I need to tell you all a story here. So while he was supposed to be in the space shuttle, I ran into him. Because... Let me show you where my house was before it was flooded. This was my bay house. We were very wealthy. Owned a big oil and gas company. Google Maps. I'm going to show you where my house was. Brand new boat. $450,000 in a boat dock. In-ground pool. This is Clear Lake. I'm going to show you exactly where it is. So there's no... Make sure I get it right. It's going to be probably Clear Lake in there. No. Make sure I get it right. Show you how close I was to his office. 10 San Jacinto. Oh, is that Clear Lake? It's way down here, isn't it? Yep, there it is. So this is kind of like if you're rich, and we're kind of rich, I won't lie. The quickest way you can get into the Gulf of Mexico is right here. And so this was my house. I'll go ahead and zoom in on it. There's going to be a Hilton. There's National Mission Control there. We lived in Nassau Bay. And see these two canals? There's actually my house right there. That was my boat right there. Right here. This was my house. I'm not shitting you. This was my house before Ike. Ike put 9 foot of water in it. We got paid $750,000 and we sold the house. That was my boat. There was an in-ground pool that we had to. Making sure I'm right. Yep. Oh, yeah. Wait, Sandy Cove. Actually, you know what, guys? This is where my house was. Right here. The in-ground pool was right here. We owned all this. My dock was right here. My boat was right here. My dad bought it. But look, the reason I showed you all this is because when I left, I was at the front gates of NASA right here. There are 2 front gates. So every time I went to lunch, I would see this dude. I would see him. So finally I had to ask him. I said, hey dude, you're supposed to be in the space station. And he turned as red as a tomato. He says, well, you didn't hear? I have a twin brother. A twin brother. Now, he's one of like 400 NASA astronauts to have a twin. A twin, right? I'm just letting y'all know the truth, right? We sold that lot. We made a bunch of money off of it. We own a bunch of more lots. If y'all want to buy them, they're up for sale. Listen, so I kind of cornered him. I said, hey, Mark. He said, he looked right around like Mark was his name, right? But you wouldn't do it if Mark wasn't your name, right? Then he started turning deep red, like a tomato color red. I said, hey, you were supposed to be up in the space station last year. How are you here and there? He said, oh, you've got me confused. I'm his twin brother. Watch this. They had to make this up after I busted him because I did a film on it. Astronaut is a twin. Scott Kelly and Mark Kelly. They're identical twins. Wouldn't I know it? I'd be the only one, and they wouldn't announce that until after I busted them and did a story on it. They wouldn't announce it until every man, woman, and child would take the $500,000. That girl's got a over-exaggerated sense of her eye color, I guess. Look, so I asked these people. I'm not sure which one. I think there's only one, right? Identical twin brother. Look, guys, he was so red. I almost thought I was gonna have to give him CPR. Okay, it was that bad. And now he's a U.S. congressman. And they made up the twin thing after I busted them and did a story. Look, how many people in NASA are twins? A twin study. There's not only Scott and Mark, there's like 20 twins. 20 twins. You know why they did this? Because pretty much I put a story up because I live right there. Let's listen to this liar.
It happened. Congress voted nearly unanimously to release the Epstein files. There was one guy, for some reason, who voted no.
Louisiana. He's a hick. I'm from Louisiana. I can say that.
We get justice for these victims.
You know what? We stopped the Civil War from getting to Texas. Me and my homeboys, right? We shoot straight, and we don't mix words with pleasure, right? This guy is a mason. What I needed to tell y'all, all 6 of the people I can prove are masons, including the females. Y'all didn't know there was female masons? Oh, but there is. They were all masons that were on yesterday. So I don't know where that puts us. I really don't.
For horrendous crimes, powerful men need to be held accountable for what they did. And these victims
Can barely hear him.
They deserve justice. Now Donald Trump could have done this, pretty much at
He's a bitch, but you know what? Does everyone realize that Trump sold y'all out? Trump told Pam Bondi to say that there's an ongoing investigation and he can no longer release the Epstein files. That happened today. Y'all need to share this video and watch the video. Listen to what they have to say for once in your lives. Alright? Listen to what they have to say for once in your lives. I gotta go all the way back down here, but look at all the quality content I put out. Hopefully y'all give me a bunch of ups, man. A bunch of ups. A bunch of whatever they called. They don't give me that. They don't give me share buttons or like buttons, okay? Lindsey Graham wants to sue. Fuck Lindsey Graham. What a loser. They should worry us. Some kind of laser hit that thing. That was a catfish. See if I can find it. The moon back on goes 19 Court 1. You know that NASA has kicked me off of all, and I was very nice on how I asked. Let me find the other two. If y'all could go onto one of the NASA Facebook pages and ask, could you give me a model of how that happens? Because believe it or not, GOES 19 is exactly at 22,300 miles like GOES 18. Y'all want to see GOES 18? Watch this. This is Core 1 on GOES 18. This is Core 1, okay? It's the best program that we've ever had by far. It's where I saw the wheel in the Bible mentioned coming to take out the big solar storm, and where Marfugal tried to steal it from me, and he did steal it from me, but I had him flagged and taken down for a week. Marfugal, whatever happened to that son of a bitch? I have to bitch slap him and his faggot friend. Alright, what we're looking for, I was going to show y'all. Let me show you what Core 1 used to look like. What Core 1 used to look like until they fucked it up. They would be like, huh? Why would they do that? Now watch. I'm going to show y'all how great it was. The best thing you've ever seen in your life. Watch. I'll call out. I'm going to slow it down. I'll call out every rock. Slow it down a little bit more. Look, that's the storm that B&B said he saw. Look, Core 1. This is GOES 18, by the way. GOES 18 is what I'm looking at right now. Look at that huge explosion. I don't see any rocks coming out. Look how big that explosion was, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, and y'all remember when B&B acted like he knew something? He knew something. They steal, because I feel like I'm a journalist, so I have to put the links to everything I do in the description. All of them. Burns, him, the rest of them. Not SO. SO gets a script, or did get a script, Now he doesn't even know how to use OBS or his phone to do a video because he never did one before. And he's been live since 2014. How is that possible, you ask? Well, he was on contract. I showed you the $5.5 million contract. Him and the Department of Defense. Now, I agree with much of what he says. Electric Universe, I'm a proponent. A proponent. But if you're going to take money from somebody, at least let us know. Look at these. Look at all this shit. And then B&B. B&B. Michael Bradbury. I mean, can we just all say, what a bunch of fucking losers. They've been doing this since 2006. I've been doing this for 3.5, 4 years. And they're so scared. They're so scared because I have a brain. I don't even know if they have a high school degree. SO, Ben didn't even know what a streaming service was till 2 weeks ago when one of the people at the ranch showed him. They broke his contract in December. I watched them do it. The DOD did. What they do is give him a minute to read every morning at 5, and that was his only job. That's why he does questions for super chats now. Imagine trying to make up that $5.5 million with your wife. And he's an attorney like I am. He's a licensed attorney. What a slime ball. I hope he sees this, because it's true. It's true, and he knows it. What you gonna do? Sue me for slander? Because I got all the receipts. And I'm going to take you for my attorney fees. And you know what I charge? $2,000 an hour. That's what I charge. Get ready. He won't sue me for shit because he knows I got the receipts. Alright, here goes. Does anyone know how to call this? I had to learn yesterday. And you ladies better learn quick. Because your voting finger seems to go that way. It's a hijab. Hijab. Say it, because you're going to be wearing it. Sharia law and hijab. Sharia law and hijab.
There's, a president that is always unhinged, always strange, always creating chaos and division. And he seems to have a real obsession with anyone that is an immigrant in this country that is not of European descent. You don't hear him talking about the accent of his wife and, the fact that she came here.
She's not from European descent. We hate you because you lied, married your brother to get him in. Now you're a multi-millionaire on tax dollars. You're a piece of shit that needs to be in prison. Prison, I tell you.
Here as an immigrant or any of those things, or the fact that she gets to have an opinion even though nobody elected her into office. But he has an objection to a person who does serve over 700,000 constituents in Congress.
Y'all always give me the hypes. YouTube's fighting against me. Look, y'all are all 100%. Look, in the poll, 100%. That girl thought y'all were going to take her. That's so funny. The girl thought y'all were going to take her.
Who's literally elected, has the same certificate as he does. But I think that is embarrassing for us as a country because these are people who are elected to positions of leadership.
Can we pass a new law? If you weren't born here in the U.S., you can't be a mayor, a Congress, state or federal congressman. That needs to be the law. You need to assimilate for at least one semester, one lifetime, one generation before you ever speak on my stage. You are a piece of fucking garbage, and I hope you burn in hell. They were burning they couldn't do anything. A bunch of big Marines yesterday with guns and jackets on. They went over there and burned the Koran in Michigan, in their favorite town there, over there in Michigan. And one guy hit one of the Marines. They were all packing. And you know what they pack? They pack exactly what I pack, an FNX 45 Tactical. married her brother so her brother could get in, then divorced him and married another guy so he could get in. It gets worse. It gets worse. What? We got crazy, and we got butt shit crazy. You know what? We might have 34 viewers, but I think this is probably the best show. I'd never want to miss this show if I were y'all. Best show on fucking all of YouTube. I know I'm hidden. I know. Everyone says, it's you, you're an asshole. Yes, I'm an asshole. But you know what? Every day I get 50 new subscribers and 10 quit for no reason, even if I don't even go live. So I know what they're up to. The ones that, and hey, I'm not complaining. Y'all complaining because y'all know I'm winning. Watch her. She's not winning, but she's complaining.
Fuck corporations. For Christmas this year, we're making each other rich. Welcome to the People's Christmas. This is episode number 1, and I'm going to try to every single day promote a small business that I think makes better presents than whatever the fuck.
Good looking earring.
Because I want to make y'all rich instead of funding genocide and killing the planet.
You're obviously on what? Amphetamines? What's it called? Anadrol or something like that? I don't know what you call it. Obviously, calm down, take a fucking breath, and think about what you're saying, you dumb bitch.
And if you guys join me doing this every day, we can make a lot of people rich. And this first shop is very near and dear to my heart. If you've seen the Luigi prayer candles, they are from this shop. And they just dropped a Mom Donnie candle, and I'm really fucking excited about it. This is one of my good friends. I just went to Indiana to visit her. Checked out her...
Heck shows, when my friends' wives are on Adderall, I mean, their house are clean as shit, but this is how they act. I know she's on Adderall. There's a 100% chance. What it does is it does different things. If you're like down and out, it makes you hyper. This is what I've heard. And I don't do Adderall. I've never done one piece of it. If you're up and going, it makes you the opposite. You tell me. It probably makes you want to kill people with nose rings and stuff.
Her whole shop. They are one of my favorite people on the planet. And if you get a candle...
You know how many cuts she's done? These are not just cuts from like the same film. She's cutting from location to location. That's how screwball this bitch is, okay? Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Look at those teeth. Look at them. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but look at them. You got more important things to worry about than that fucking nose ring, you ugly bitch.
Through this link, you support me and her. And if you would like to help us redistribute the wealth this Christmas, please make a video with your own favorite shop every single day until Christmas. Let's make each other rich.
So, Hank's first, female, obviously. What state are you from? And how old are you? I'm about to make you a wrench, but you're going to have to call me. What state are you from? And how old are you? 2 easy questions that you can put there and we won't have to talk to you. Alright, look. FBI Director Kash Patel, this just an hour ago. He's so scared. You know, I'd be scared as shit too. If people like me and you were catching on, why is he so bug-eyed? What's going on? Did they put a viral up his nose? Is there Kool-Aid that was drank? I mean, what's going on? We need to know what's going on here. Something very weird is going on. He said 764 people, 300 plus investigations. He's begging y'all to forget about Epstein. We'll never forget. Once Pam Bondi opened the investigation today, all you guys are nothing but trash, including Trump. Nothing but trash. including mostly Trump. Let me say mostly Trump. Pam, in case y'all don't know, Pam Bondi opened up an investigation this morning. You want to hear her lie? Because she's a shitty liar. You want to hear it? She'll say, new information. Pam Bondi sucks. Listen to this shit.
Throw it as hard as you want. Go on. Watching it zip away feels like it might just keep going, right? Nope. Here it comes.
Zelensky's doing so much coke, and he's a disco dancer. A fucking disco dancer.
James Kaufman will lose report today. Ladies and gentlemen,
I want y'all to listen to what Pam Bondi says. Listen. Now, she says there's new information, additional information on Epstein directly contradicting Trump's word and her word, and so there's further investigation needed. No files can be released. The goalposts are moving.
Pam Bondi protecting pedophiles because they're either donors.
These three need to burn,
or these people have something over them, i.e., blackmail. You decide, but that's what's going to happen.
Watch.
They've already announced it.
A new investigation by the Southern District of New York.
A new investigation this morning.
Releasing all of the remaining files.
So we have released over 33,000.
It doesn't matter what you've done. Why are you not going to release them all? Because there's a new investigation now in the Southern District where you're going to keep all the important files. You fucking lying cunt.
1,000 Epstein documents to the Hill, and we'll continue to follow the law and to have maximum transparency. Also, we will always encourage all victims to come forward.
What are the next steps, Madam Attorney General, for the DOJ regarding what we assume President Trump will sign into law with the Epstein files? Is this going to be on the Justice Department website? What are you doing here over the next 30 days?
Y'all fucked us. Now there's a new investigation going on. The media was too stupid to realize it, but I caught on real quick.
As we understand it.
We will continue to follow the law with maximum transparency while protecting victims.
When you say follow the law, Madam Attorney General, do you mean that you will provide all the files?
No, dumbass.
We will
No, dumbass. She just said, watch her say there's new information. Watch.
follow the law. The law passed both chambers last evening. It has not yet been signed, but we will continue to follow the law. Protecting victims, but also providing maximum.
Listen to the next question.
Madam Attorney General, the DOJ statement earlier this year saying that the files would not release mentioned the fact that the review of the documents and the evidence did not suggest that any additional investigation of third parties was warranted. What changed since then that you launched this investigation?
Which then last night.
Has come for information.
Then last night.
There's information.
What a change of heart. Look at this freak show in the back. Look at his eyes.
That new information, additional information, and again, we will continue to follow the law, to investigate any leads. If there are any victims, we encourage all victims to come forward, and we will continue to provide maximum transparency under the law.
They're not going to be able to release all the files because now there's an ongoing investigation. The goal, Hexers, I don't care what sex you are. That doesn't bother me. I'm not a sexist person, okay? I'm not even really a racist person. Some of my best friends are black, so African American. Black's probably the wrong word. So, I only ask because I ask. I want to know a little bit about you before I give you power over my channel that I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into. You must be able to understand that, right? If you're a man, a woman, a them, they, whatever you are. You just caught Pam Blondie in a lie, and no one. You're too worried about your damn selves. A change of heart. Look at this.
Maximum transparency.
Madam Attorney General, the DOJ statement earlier this year saying that the files would not release mentioned the fact that the review of the documents and the evidence did not suggest that any additional investigation of third parties was warranted. What changed since then that you launched this investigation?
Information that has come for information. There's information.
It just came forward last night after the House and the Senate passed a fucking bill, bitch. Go fuck yourself. What a change of heart. Look at this freak show in the back. Look at his eyes.
That new information, additional information, and again, we will continue
he must have gone uppers
to investigate any leads. If there are any victims, we encourage all victims to come forward, and we will continue to provide maximum transparency.
If anyone saw my makeup video, I've seen her in the mornings. I haven't slept with her. I've slept with the most hot girls in the country. I don't know. Not only was I an attorney, I was an international model. I slept with the owner and all of her friends for years. Should I show you pictures? I know Lois already knows. But when I look at her, I see caked on makeup and something that I would probably choke up on when I woke up in the morning, right?
Under the law.
They're not going to be able to release all the files because now there's an ongoing investigation. The goalposts are moving. Someone's protecting someone.
Madam General, on Ryan Wedding, you mentioned, Madam Attorney General, the issue with the...
This group is, I guess, can they be worse than Biden's group? This group might be worse because look at him. He hasn't looked up yet. I mean...
The new information that you just indicated.
He's on drugs, obviously. He's been dating a male. The female is a fake. Couldn't see the piss out of me. I'm my own attorney, right? I'm licensed to fuck you. And I will. I'll prove that you've been sleeping in a 2-bedroom with some man for the last 10 or 11 years. And we'll let the jury in Texas decide it. Right? Little fucking queer. You Pakistani butt pecker.
Is the department seeking information perhaps from the Epstein estate because Mr. Blanche did not have that information when he interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell? What new information, and would you limit the new investigation to just those named persons that the president talked about?
You're a dumb lady. They're not limiting anything. This is their ace in the hole, Dumbo. I mean, these people with the news, their IQ must be like below average in the like 80 range or something. This was the ace in the hole. They didn't have a press conference at 9 o'clock this morning to announce that there's going to be a reopening of the Epstein case because they're going to share anything with you, you stupid bitch. Right? Wake up, man. I'm personally tired of it. Personally tired of it, man. Look, and then Cash, he's such a badass. Cash. We should, and then Bongino, what a sellout bitch. Bongino, he got on every day and said Obama's the worst president it's ever been. He did it, and I used to really like the guy, man. He sold us all to the curb. Bongino, I've got nothing but hatred and despise for you. I know what you've done. You know better. Either you're blackmailed, either you're on drugs, they shot you up with something, you got a fucking frill in your eyes. Whatever it is, you're sold out, bitch. Bongino doesn't care about 12 to 16-year-olds. No one does. Right? Mangino sucks. Alright. It's not sending signals. These people will do anything for money, okay? Anything for money. I'm so tired of this bullshit. Anything for money and chicks for free. Who is Sheila Cherfulis McCormick, Democrat, Florida, indicted for allegedly stealing $5 million in FEMA funds? Wow, 53 years in prison. Nigga, you're going to jail. In Florida, you're going to jail, nigga. Hey, I love it. Look at those. If those are diamonds, oh my God, they're like 4 or 5 carats each. I bet they are diamonds based on this. Let's listen to Candy.
On September 10th, an Egyptian government aircraft with a history of...
Alright, y'all probably don't know this, but there's been an Egyptian plane, Mossad Egyptian government plane above this bitch that I hate, Charlie Kirk's wife. He admitted to her that he found out after the fact that she was a honeypot, and Charlie already knew this. He actually told his friends that he was going to be murdered that week. This is all true. We have flight paths. She has a schedule of flight paths, and we thought they were following Charlie, but when they denounced him, they were always over, well, the wonderful wife. What a wonderful life it is. What a wonderful life it is. Well, listen, so you guys catch up. I've got the flight number. I'll show you everything. So for the last year, Charlie and his wife has known that the Egyptian government and Mossad have been flying over them in an Egyptian-owned plane. And actually, Charlie Kirk told his best 2-3 friends they were going to kill him this week.
Flying to France and the United States, lands at a small Delaware airport under a French company maintenance pretext that doesn't actually match the hangar timeline.
Mossad.
Because the French visit predates the French company's deal. Within an hour, federal SUVs move from that airport to 920...
That's your government. Donald Trump killed him.
North King Street has been a federal residence office since at least 1997, and today it houses the DEA, the FBI, and the United States Secret Service.
Trump and his best friend J.D. Vance killed his fucking ass. Can y'all handle the truth? That's the obvious truth. Everyone knows it. Everyone here knows this. Just like he won't let us see the files. You know what? I voted for Trump 3 times, but in 2015, I showed y'all his bloodlines. And tonight, if y'all stay up with me, we're going to run his fallen angel bloodline back. We're going to run it back all the way to where it becomes Ra and Horus that they worship. They worship Horus, the one eye, the pyramid. That's why they took my left eye. Horus lost fighting his uncle Set, who killed his father Osiris, whose mother became a crow and picked up 14 pieces and put him back together just to have sex with him to recreate Horus. Recreate Horus, because that's not what they agree with. That's not what they're worshiping. And the fish ate the phallic symbol. I'm tired of y'all. Ate the phallic symbol. The fish ate the phallic symbol. 14 pieces, Horus, and 1 ate the phallic symbol. Let me show y'all a little bit more. Children. Ra is the original fallen angel, the sun god, okay? But how about, now, just so you know, Horus is Apollo and Apollyon in Greek and Roman literature. I can prove it. And Saturn also. So, how do you call it? Horus, when it's not supposed to be true, but it is. Horus, Horus and Set were rival gods, and this is the easy version, right? The easy version. I'll tell you the whole version because I know it by everything. Wait. Isis found 14 pieces and couldn't find the last piece because the fish ate it. That's why we have the Washington Monument, and that's why the Washington Monument is a penis shaped, and that's why we have the penis in front of the French Monument, and that's why the Congress is dome shaped, pregnant woman. That's why the French house is dome shaped. The Vatican has a abacus in front of it, dome shaped in front of it. Okay, dome shaped in front of it. You don't want to fuck with my knowledge. Look at his fingers. Look at his fingers. He's had to do what's said in his book so many times. He's barely got pinkies left. He barely got pinkies left. Okay, I'm giving y'all way too much knowledge here. Way too much. Get y'all in trouble. But you know what? I don't plan on moving on, but if they come for me, they're going to come for me. And they have a plan to come for me. I don't think they can take me, but we'll see what happens. 14-1. So, back to, look, Horus and Set were rival gods. Not really. Set, believe it or not, was Osiris's brother, Horus's uncle. I'll give you all more information because I know all about this. I know all about who they worship and why. The rival gods, they're giving you all they changed all this. So listen, if you read it carefully, they have to tell you the truth. They have to. Who battled the throne of Egypt after Set's murderous Horus's father, Osiris, just like I told y'all. The conflict is a central myth with various versions, but ultimately, I'll give you the real version because there's only one. Horus rose as king of Egypt, right? And then look, Horus murders Set, the god of chaos and storm, murders his brother Osiris, rightful king, and seizes the throne. Horus reincarnated from the pieces picked up by his mother that turned into a crow, and a fish ate one of them. Just so you guys know, Set threw them. It was his, if you want to get technical, it was the second time he killed him. It's hard to kill a god. And the second time he threw him in the Nile, and a fish ate the penis. That's why you guys see the Washington Monument. That's what that is. That's why there's one in front of also the Vatican, also in front of the Francis. Wait, let's just keep going. I'll prove it to you in a second, okay? The rivalry between Horus and Set is depicted magical battles, legal disputes for the council. This is how I lose my eye. The eye of Horus. This is how I lose my fucking eye. I've lost my left eye. I go to another doctor for another surgery. My left eye. My left fucking eye on the 13th of December. Y'all better give me a super chat. Set uses various tricks and cunning, including challenging Horus to hippo duel, injuring him in a battle. Horus is victorious. After many years of conflict, Horus ultimately defeats Set and was crowned rightful king of Egypt. His injury? Well, of course, it tore out his left fucking eye. What happened to me? I've got the video to show y'all. I hope that mine's healed by God's. Okay? I hope mine's healed by God's. That's far nothing, right? But I will turn on these people, and I'll tell you why they hold the pyramid up, why they cover one eye. Watch all these celebrities covering one eye. Most of them get their eye wrong. They're so stupid. They can't even read. She got it right? Lizzo got it right. She got it wrong. Stupid. Excuse my French. 99%, of course, you know our girl got it right here. 99% of all of them don't even know what eye. They think it's just an eye. And they're pledging allegiance to the fallen angels. I'm going to run Trump. If I've got 30 people with me, I'm going to run Trump all the way from present day back to these fallen angels and show y'all that he is the bloodline of the fallen angels. Okay? Now, he's also the bloodline of Mary Magdalene, which is a fucked up deal. It's a fucked up deal, bro. Look, most of them, they don't even know it's the left eye. Look, they're just dumb. It's always the left eye. They're just dumb. A lot of their shit is ignorant. They're ignorant. Does it say what eye it was? Well, let me ask. Which eye did Horus lose? It comes up quick. Of course, it's the fucking left eye, like I told y'all, because I'm fucking always right. Right? His uncle Set that killed his dad. I'm a bad motherfucker, okay? I carry a 45, and I actually have killed a man. I won't lie to y'all. Won't go into that here on YouTube, but I have no problem with killing a man. So, y'all better get righteous quick, because Trump is, and he's the only one that can't be the Antichrist, because he falls and hails from both this bloodline, which I can prove, and Mary Magdalene's bloodline, which I can prove as well. I'm probably I got ulcers on my tongue. They're attacking me. I'm probably the only one that can prove both those things. Am I right? Probably. 14-1, the fish. He thought it was. He didn't think I would ever know what it was, but James knew what it was. James knew what it was. It was enough for y'all to know. Well, I'm not bringing about a storm. I'm not bringing about a storm unless it's, well, on the Forsaken. Alright.
All at the same address. The hangar the plane would have used is controlled through a DRBA lease that itself is nested in federal waterways.
CIA
talks about key partners in Wilmington on the same year as the hangar.
Butler.
I'm going to skip this next portion because he tells me how I can verify this, and like I said, I did that. Once more, go through this logic and ask yourself how this makes any sense. On November 13, 2022, SUBTT flies from Cairo to Paris to Wichita, Kansas, to Wilmington, Delaware, back to Cairo. That is already a 4-leg, 2-continent hop that ends in Wilmington before going home. 4 days later, on November 17, 2022, it does Egypt to Wilmington, again, departing at 8:54 a.m., and this time it stays in Wilmington until November 20th, and only then returns to Cairo. So that is 2 Wilmington...
So, J.B. Levi, what are you laughing at? I'll kick your fucking ass out of here. Or you can learn. I know more than anyone on the planet. Do you know why? I'm going to teach you why. They hired me to be their social media person back in 2015 when social media wasn't anything, and I hacked all their fucking computers from both sides of the aisle. That's how I know everything. I can show you all the companies that steal money, how they do it. I can show you everything. They know who I am. I'm surprised they only took out my eye. You want the truth?
Arrivals in the same week. Nobody burns a government Falcon 7X on 2 separate Wilmington runs for no reason. I mean, just look at the choice of St. Louis, Wichita, Omaha, Lincoln, Williston, Minot, and Provo. None of these are standard diplomatic hubs. Most of those don't even have major consulates, and absolutely none of them are known for large-scale Egyptian presence, so that immediately undermines the whole "it's just a maintenance stop" excuse. Ask yourself, why else a state aircraft would hopscotch across America to remote cities if its purpose was just servicing at a defunct Roman assault center? Wilmington is undeniably a terminal point, and the only logical reason points to 920 North King Street. I could go through all of the dates and do this, but you already mapped the flights, so you already understand exactly what I'm saying. Obviously, I can't tell you how I know this or who I am, or exactly who it is that I work for. My motive is simply that I can no longer keep this stuff in my head anymore. I just need somebody with a history of doing the right thing and figuring out the entire truth. I hope you can understand why I cannot verify my employment here. I took a big risk to tell the truth, and my hope is that you will at least check me on it. Analyze and verify the flight patterns.
Wow. It turns out it's all true. It looks like she's a honeypot. Look. What's wrong with his eyes? Let's watch this. This is so scary. Alright, JB, you want to call in? Why do you call in? It's totally cool. Call in, leave your cell phone number if you're in the U.S. here. I can't call you out of the U.S. It cost me $700 on my last call. I'll leave you, and I won't dox you whatsoever. Love to have a caller enter. Be a winner. I'll never dox you. Ask Lois. Will I dox him? No. I can actually kill the screen. gmail.com. Watch. What I'll do is I'll use favorite chicks and I'll kill the display capture, transfer it just like you see it right now. And so when I get your number and call you and ask you, your voice will be live, but that's it. And then I'll get off of your email and we'll go back to what we were doing. Well, you can be a co-host, right? I wish people weren't so scared. What good is that doing, y'all? Y'all just losing. Of course it's too late. It's always do something. Right, always do something. Pitbull. Does a dog attack the boy? Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. The pit bulls are not good dogs to have. There's Blondie. That man, she's opened up. Do you believe her? No one believes her, dude. Opened up. Look at these fat ones. They don't want to work to get their food stamps. I can't even play what they have to play, but they said, go yourself. You got to work to get food stamps. And I would kill that nigga right there. That'd be me. Look, me, boom! If I saw you, I hope you die. What do you... Now I kill you? Are you kidding? You have no gun, you're fucked. You have no gun, you're fucked. Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head. I'm so tired of people with no guns. You fucking losers. Give me your guns rights up so that shit can happen too. You get what you deserve. Look at this fucking sellout nig. Sold out. He was pandering for Jeffrey Epstein's money after he was convicted for sex trafficking with children. Pandered. Let's listen.
House Oversight Chairman Comer said yesterday on the floor that you had Jeffrey Epstein over for dinner and took money from him.
Pander.
This was after he was on the sex offender list.
True.
Comment on that, and will you be holding members accountable regardless of affiliation if there were any misdeeds related to the Epstein case?
Was that a serious question or a serious statement from malignant clown James Comer that I had Jeffrey Epstein over for dinner? That I accept?
We have 13 emails that say that you do. 13, not 1, not 2, not 3. 13, you screwball.
Did money from Jeffrey Epstein? What's extraordinary to me about the clown show on the other side of the aisle is that they...
Oh, it's always a clown show. I'm pretty much for no side of the aisle at this point, right? But this jive, he's moving on up to the west side, to a place that well, I think y'all get it, right? Well, Trump signed it. Damn, man. Look, Trump will not let it come out. Y'all gotta realize the reason that the Crown Prince was there is because the Crown Prince knew he had been taped with little girls, and that would have ruined his whole life. And that's why he was there yesterday. And they kind of held that over his head to keep gas prices low for you guys. That's how slimy these people are. Don't y'all get it yet? And then Cash Patel, if anyone has ever done an oil and gas deal with a Pakistani, well, let me tell you right now, don't do one. You're going to always lose.
There's no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
But now there's new information, according to Pam Blondie, with him looking like he's on drugs behind her, right? What is wrong with these people? Can we pick worse people? Trump sucks. Let me just go ahead and say, Trump sucks. He knows I'm talking about him right now. Why do you think I went down from 30,000 views a day to 10,000 views a day? YouTube, I'm not breaking any of the rules, but they're trying to fuck me. So please give us hype and share. Unless you're going to be, well, unless you're going to just enjoy going down. I'm trying to save your ass. I'm probably the only one that can, okay? You think, oh, he's so cool, he thinks he can save us. You better let me try, because you can't save yourself, right? You better let me try, you stupid fucker. Right? You better let me try. Tired of trying to convince dumb people of stuff. I don't want to see her abuse her child. Remember, this is the guy that fired in the store. Her whole life is ruined now. Her whole life is ruined. That guy went to prison. There's nothing new in the middle of nothing. He's a lying piece of crap. Lindsey Graham, all he wants is money. He's going to sue for tens of millions of dollars.
Lawyer left DOJ in Washington to work for Alvin Bragg in Manhattan.
It's an easy case. He's like, God, I can't believe I get $100 million for free. You people from South Carolina, go fuck yourselves. Quit sending this piece of shit to office. Can you please? God, you people suck. You people suck. Candace just pure dumb. And here, you're so dumb. Let's listen.
Fuck every single one of you. Who cares more about your stupid fucking gun than the lives of kids? You are so dumb.
I love
your
to put
Second
her.
Amendment is not unlimited. You just are so.
I love to put her in a situation where all the black boys and kids in Chicago were coming after her and her kid, and she, like we saw a black family. It happened to a black family yesterday. Y'all saw that. Everyone saw it. It was nationwide. Just teenage 12-year-olds. They beat them to death almost. Jumped on their. You know what? If I would have had my pistol on me, once you take out the first 2 or 3, guess what? No one else is going to jump on you. You're just dumb. And you got fucking problems, bitch. Okay?
You are just the most horrible humans on the planet. That you care more about your fucking guns than kids. I hope karma is horrible to you. All of you. Fuck.
Alright, here's my new carry. I didn't want to show y'all. I got the new. I paid big money for it. I did. I won't lie to y'all. 365 XL. 365 XL. 365 XL with. I got the holographic. We'll just say. What? Yes. That's my gun right now. That's my gun right now. It's so small. It's so perfect. It's so small. It's so perfect. Now, if I could take a picture of it without killing my fucking feed, I had Caitlin. Caitlin got one too. Hers engraved with her name on it. Y'all go fuck yourselves. We'll take care of our own, right? This is new 6 hour 365, and this is the XL. And it's a small carry gun. Watch his hand. No, I do have a lot. Watch his hand here. I do have a lot smaller guns that I carry. But I'm always going to carry a gun now. 712. That won't even get you there, man. After tax and shipping and with FFL, it's about $850. And this one, I think it does have the Romero sights. See if it says. It doesn't say. I have the 12 rounds. It doesn't say it has the Romero sights, so you have to watch out. Right? You have to watch out. Look how big your hand is compared to that badass gun. That's what I carry now. You want to see what's in my pocket right now? Does anyone want to see what's in my pocket right now? Alright, you can. I have 2 of these. I like these so much. I have 2 of these. I like them so much. I have 2 of these. That's in my pocket right now. The Beretta. You can carry it 12 different ways. That's a dead cold killer. You're like 22 long rifle, James? Yes. With the advancements in our ammunition, hollow points, they're not lead anymore. This does exactly what a 9mm does. And most of y'all know that I have the director of the CIA's gun. There were only 500 of them made. It's a trophy gun. And I bought another one in the FDR here, the tan, to go with it. And I switch those out in my pocket every day. And I do have an extended clip, or I won't call it a clip, that's stupid, magazine. Okay, I have extended magazine, which I don't see it here anywhere. Hey, what a badass gun. Don't ever think no one's got anything on them when I might have that in my pocket, right? Don't let nobody hockey. Look at him. What is going on with these people? Are they on drugs? They must be on drugs. Is it the drugs? It's like, look at him. The guy's got nothing to say. There's no leadership. No nothing. I just want to show y'all. There's no leadership or anything coming out of this dude. What is he doing? Most people look at him and God. Black women are tired. Black women are tired. We're fatigued. White men and white women.
So white people in general, I'm tired of you motherfuckers. I'm tired of your incompetence. I'm tired of your laziness. I'm tired of you not washing your ass on a regular fucking basis, and then we have to be susceptible to that shit. What? I'm tired of you having babies on fucking leashes. I'm tired of seeing babies that's 13 years old in a fucking stroller because you just want to give them the...
What are you talking about? Are you from a different reality than me? You know what? I might come for you, fatty. I might come for you.
Fucking world, or Billy doesn't want to walk, so we just gonna like have his feet dragging on the fucking ground.
That sounds like a black household, not a white household.
Big ass babies. Breastfeeding a baby that can chew steak.
Exactly. I'm tired of y'all raising and birthing and raising serial killers, pedophiles, mass shooters, and all this, and then you tell black people that we're violent. Everything about violence.
90% of the crime, even though they're only 24% of the population, is on black people. Not even the Hispanics. They're good old-fashioned workers, man.
We learned it from you. So you're the root cause of it. So white people in general, I'm tired of you motherfuckers. I'm tired of your incompetence. I'm tired of your laziness. I'm tired of you not washing your ass on a...
I'm gonna pass here. Look, there's the liar. Liar, pants on fire. I caught him talk about turning beet red. I said, hey, I thought you were... And he answered to Mark. That's what we wanted to see. We already knew he was faking it. We already knew what was going on, okay? The funny thing is my bay house was right there. And I got to see them scam y'all. The funny thing is, I asked him, and he said, well, that's my twin brother. And then they had to come up with a whole new story about twins. I got to teach y'all something else I shouldn't even teach y'all, okay? Semen. I shouldn't even see this. Yeah, I shouldn't even see this. Y'all probably are not worthy. I know y'all aren't worthy. But the ones that have stuck. Let's see how many people stuck around to see it. 40 people. I'm going to show y'all something y'all shouldn't even see. I'm not even allowed to see this, but I can show it to y'all because I know everything's going on. So next to the Washington Monument, there's a sewer, and if you take the top off, guess what? There's a little Washington Monument in it, and that is Osiris. Yes, he was the one killed by Set as we went over. That's his semen, and the Washington Monument is the penis, the part the fish ate. And the Capitol building is the pregnant wife. That's going, in religion, Isis, the woman. Hopefully, y'all be the last to see this because they're going to hide it soon. If I get it, y'all are going to be happy. Or should be happy. It's going to be next to, remember, there's an obelisk in front of the Vatican with the dome behind it, the penis and pregnant woman in front of the French. They know it's me. And if I can show y'all, there's actually one in the drain here next to they're going to be tough on me. Obviously, they've been trying to hide this since I've been showing it. At first, it was so easy to show y'all. Now, everything's so hard. Alright. How do you spell obelisk? I don't know if I spelled it right. If I could help me spell it, I'll show you all a picture of it. Can anyone tell me how to spell obelisk? They got it. They must hate me by now. They must hate me. Look, I found it! Y'all need to save this. It's right next to, look at it right there. It's an obelisk. That's the semen they put next to the George Washington obelisk. And that is, look. Papa don't lie. Papa just comes to the block and everything look, it's the obelisk. They call it the semen. The semen. They call it the semen. These are all pictures of it. They're going to erase these pictures. They don't want y'all to realize they worship the fallen angels. Now, those that stick with me after 2 a.m. Central, about 15 minutes, I have to go piss, but I'll get some ice. But I will take Trump's bloodline all the way through the fallen angels. I'm an asshole. They might have to send Apaches after the house here, or another. Actually, I made sure that my new studio is now on the west side of the house, and there's a big reason for that. Okay, I can't even hear y'all with my full shit on. That's pretty awesome. I just showed y'all something that no one knows in the whole world but y'all. Now y'all know. There's an obelisk in the sewer next to the penis that sits over, if you fall over, the Capitol building, which is the pregnant woman, Isis. That's Horus's penis because the fish ate the penis, right? I'm teaching y'all. That's what I do. Have to teach y'all. Is anyone still with me? Did they hang us up? I'm used to being hung up by this time. So the same thing happens in France. There's obelisk and a pregnant woman. The pregnant woman, the dome, in this case the capital of the United States, is Isis. She's pregnated by Horus, right? And that is... We're gone, aren't we? Y'all need to let me know if we're going or not. Got a lot going on right now. And this is... Are we gone, Lois? Lois, are we gone or are we still going? Don't say yup. I'll come knock your fucking teeth in, you know that. If no one wants to answer, I'll quit teaching y'all. Alright, if no one wants to answer, I'll quit teaching y'all. You scared little pieces of shit. All four of y'all. You're the only one that always get my attention, right? Alright, so I'm showing y'all the semen that was hidden by the Freemasons in the sewage next to the penis. That is Washington Monument. And the Capitol building is Isis impregnated. It goes right down to it. It's, well, what they worship. A lot of the subjects, a lot of the people that think they worship this, they don't even know which eye Horse lost. Lois. Alright, thank you. Love you, Lois. I have no idea. These people are so afraid. Hood science. I've always loved you. I won't lie. Okay? You're a hood. You think I'm not a hood? I've killed. Have you killed? Until you kill, come talk to me. You got to deal with that. It takes every day to deal with it. But what y'all need to know is back in when they were building the Washington Monument beforehand, they built the actual semen inside, next to it, inside a drain. Now they're going to take all this away. And again, this is done also in Russian countries. All the Russian countries, actually. Kazakhstan has the called obelisk and the dome. The obelisk is the penis, i.e. Osiris's penis that was eaten by the fish. Horus's penis, right? Her mom used a rock. If you want the whole poem, I can read it to y'all. And she reincarnated Osiris into Horus, and Horus then killed Set. So, and those were, I'll give you a fallen angel lesson, okay? The original fallen angel was Ra. Let me see if I can get y'all a chart so it's easier for y'all. I want it to be easy. Alright, this is pretty good. It's probably pretty good enough. Let's see if it's good enough. I'll tell you if it's good enough. I know all the relationships. Oh, I want to fight for your picture. Okay, raw. Hold on, it looks like it might be good enough. Hold on, we need just something. Oh, it won't let me increase the size. Oh, go fuck yourself. I need something I can increase the size and show you how simple this is. Ra is the original sun god, the fallen angel. Y'all would know him as the enlightened one. Okay? So y'all would call him. Okay? He had 2 children. And I don't want to get their names wrong. But Horus was his great-grandson, and Set, Osiris, and Isis were his grandchildren. So I don't want to get it wrong with you guys. I want to get it right with you. Now, that's pretty much good enough. It's not fancy. I would much rather there been some pictures for you guys. But they'll just give you all a simple flow chart. We can go from there, right? Yeah, okay. That's the sun god. And he actually is, in Greek or Roman, is Zeus. Horus is, believe it or not, Apollyon. Apollo in Greek and Apollyon in Roman. I can show you. Watch this. Well, let me first get you. Then I'll show you all the equivalent. Oh, here we go. Someone finally got us. Oh, this is an easy one. I like the pictures. Pictures are good for me. God, they changed everything on this. Everything. Open image, a new tab. Alright. Ra, the original, fallen. Tef, Nut, and Shu, his children, right? Jeb and Nut, their children. They all intermarried, right? Evolution. Osiris, Isis, Nephian, and it should say Set right here. Set should be up here. He's a brother, this is wrong, a brother of Isis that didn't make the throne, and a sister of both of these. These are 2 girls. And Horus is a reincarnation of Isis, who had the throne of Egypt when the fallen. God bless you. Hey, thank you so much. You know that my mouse is wearing out. Everything has to be replaced when you do as much work as I do. So I really appreciate anyone that can step up. I'm teaching y'all everything they believe in. I can teach y'all everything they do and why they do it. I can teach y'all about everything. But if y'all don't help me, I can't help y'all because they're trying to break me, okay? Even though, yes, I made millions of dollars in the oil and gas business and I still have millions coming in, they're still trying to break me. That's their game. How to stop him? Break him. Break him. So, that's how we do it. We will do the bloodline here in a second with Trump. Y'all are going to like it. Now, I told y'all, Trump is part of 2 bloodlines. He's part of the fallen angels, there's. Oh my God, what happened?
Right here in Tampa, we unsealed the indictment charging 12 defendants operating a massive, right here in Tampa, a massive illegal smuggling ring.
They want you
in a conspiracy to bring illegal aliens from Cuba to the U.S. for profit. They coached their clients, including children who came to airports alone, came to our country alone, were put on planes for
They're desperate now, Kush. They're desperate. Pam Blotty just came out with this.
Force Alpha took 4 major enforcement actions. Right here in Tampa, we unsealed the indictment charging 12 defendants operating.
Oh God, they're desperate as fuck.
Right here in Tampa, a massive illegal smuggling.
Y'all give me a thumbs up if y'all want to on the deal and on the chat. If y'all want me to do the blood work, I can do the blood work. I have it memorized. I can do it from both sides. If you want to be up all night.
On planes for connecting flights, lied to Border Patrol agents due to coaching and law enforcement. They charged up to $40,000 per victim. They used Zelle to transfer over $7 million over the course of this scheme.
It's wild how this is coming out now, huh?
Of over $18 million.
Where's cash? Oh God, can y'all believe that this is from today? This is insane. Just dropped devastating disclosure. $18 million. What compared to Epstein? What is that? Nothing. Look, nah. For the love of God, arrest somebody already, you bitch. She's not going to arrest anybody. Actually, the statute of limitations runs out for all the Capitol Police officers and everyone involved, like Liz Cheney. It runs out January 6th. Everyone, it runs out, and they know it runs out. They're waiting because y'all don't know it runs out. I do. I know it runs out. Okay? I know it runs out. So, what do? We got to play hardball here. Lois, you need to get with God. You need to get with God. It's always something bad. Alright, I'm gonna run it for y'all. Can you believe that she just announced this?
Took 4 major enforcement actions. Right here in Tampa, we unsealed the indictment charging.
Will you please forget about my boss, Donnie Trump? I saw a picture of her when she was 17, kissing up on Donnie. She actually looked good back in the day. You got that fucking makeup on? Who saw my video from earlier today? God, you've been catfished. We're gonna kill this, and we'll be live here in about 10 minutes. I'm not changing anything. If there's not more than 30 people that come on, I'm not gonna run the bloodlines of Trump and of Trump. I'm gonna run both the fallen angel bloodline, and I'm gonna run Mary Magdalene, Jesus Christ's mother, her bloodline, and how she became married to Charles Trump. And I will do that. It's 1:22 now. My word is 1:30. 1:30. If there's 30 people here, I'll do it. If not, we'll just talk. Right? That's kind of... And y'all be the only ones know what I know. Right?
by the pandemic and the pandemic malfeasance, I'll call it, the mismanagement, because we were aware of these institutional failures. And
what is this?
Someone goes home after work after seeing on their TikTok feed women being dragged from their children, people being picked up at roofing jobs. Like, they're calling it Charlotte's Web. Like, Charlotte's Web, that book, is like one of the best literary pieces on how to treat others. And to call it that,
that's what I voted for.
It's so gross. And to know you can go to sleep and you can lay in bed thinking you feel safer, while the rest of us have to go to bed thinking we're just taking people off the streets. This
good thing God gave you what he gave you. You'd be nothing without your looks. Nothing. Your mind is a zero, not a hero. Look, we'll be right back and live in 10 minutes. We're going to take him back. If you want to do it, let's do it. I'm not afraid. Are y'all? Let me know. Trump might fuck us up if he can, but he's part of both bloodlines, which is scary as fuck. Mary Magdalene and the fallen angels. We'll go back to Jesus Christ, our Savior, or my Savior, maybe not yours. We'll see you in about 6 minutes. God bless.